We're gonna just take notes.
I know it sounds just right.
Alright, synthetic division.
What page is that?
It's not a page. No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't like how they do it. Alright, so synthetic division is not real division, but it does the same job that division does. Okay? What? Easier. Most people love synthetic division. We still have to learn long division because synthetic division doesn't always work. But when it works, it's fantastic.
Can you tell when it works?
Yes. Yep. Yes, you can. Okay. So there's a process to follow. For synthetic division, you have to be able to multiply and add. Can you multiply and add?
Yes.
Multiply, add.
Somewhat.
This is what you do. Multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, like until you run out of numbers, and then you don't multiply and add anymore. Okay? So let me show you an example. Say your notes.
You have to do the same thing like each one first. Print it off.
Okay, we're going to do this problem, but we're going to do it with synthetic division. And I'm going to show you the entire process of synthetic division. Okay? The entire process of synthetic division. Now, first of all, synthetic division will only work if this is x plus something or x minus something. If it's like 3x plus something, then you got to work with it to make it work. If this is like 3x plus 2 instead of just x plus 2, then we'd have to do some stuff before we could do synthetic division. If this was x squared plus 2, synthetic division doesn't work at all. It only works if it's just a linear x term, like x to the 1 power, okay? It's the only time it works. And if there's a coefficient in front of the x, you have to do some math before it'll work, okay? But the first thing you do, I make a little half square right here, and you put the opposite of that number in that square. So that's a positive 2. I'm going to put a negative 2 right there. Okay. Then you list all your coefficients in descending order right next to it. Now, what do you notice? I've done this on purpose. What do you notice? There's no x to the third, and there's no x. Those still have to be put in there. You can't skip them. You don't write the x's. You just write the coefficients. So let's start with 4, then 3, negative 3, and then a 0, 6, 0, negative 9. Skip a line. And do that right there. Okay? Now this, what's right here, that's the spot that's left for our remainder. The remainder is going to go right there. Okay. First thing you do, you bring this number straight down. Okay, done the first step. Now the multiply add part starts, okay? Multiply these two numbers. Negative 8 for the answer right here. And then add 4, negative 11. Multiply these two numbers. Just 22. Now we just multiplied. What's the next step? Add. Multiply these two numbers. And then add. No. Negative 38. multiply these two numbers. That'll be 6. And then add. Multiply these two numbers. Negative 152. And then add. A negative 161. Okay, that's the process right there. That's the process. Multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. So how do you know? Well, it makes this little, that's not what I wanted to do. It makes this little check mark thing. You'll look. Multiply, answer goes there. Multiply, answer goes there. No. Answer goes there. Multiply, answer goes there. Multiply, answer goes there. Multiply, answer goes there. Okay? So that's what it does, alright? Every time. Now, let's talk about what the answer looks like. Y'all need to move. I am not making this up. No one ever believes me. I am not making this up. This has turned into a depressed polynomial. That's what it's called, a depressed polynomial, because it's lost in x. That's not a joke. It's really a depressed polynomial because it lost in x, right? So it was 4x to the 5th, but it lost in x. So now it's 4x to the 4th, and then you just go down from there. Minus 11x to the 3rd plus 22x squared minus 38x plus 76, and then your remainder here minus 161 over x plus 2. That's your answer right there. Because I just divided one of them out with the synthetic division. That's how I know it lost an x. That's how I know it was a 5th power and now it's a 4th power. It lost an x. So if this is your depressed polynomial, that's your answer. Okay? So that's synthetic division right there. What two operations do you have to do? Multiply and add. Multiply and add. Multiply and add. Negative 9 plus negative 152 is negative 161. Yes. What? Yeah. Alright, so let's try another one. Yes. Oh, you're checking. Okay. We're going to try another one. It's a lot of people like this a lot better than long division. They think this one's so much easier.
It is.
I think it is. Alright. X to the 4th minus 4x squared minus 3x plus 6 divided by x minus 2. Okay, that's the problem that we're working. I'll give you a second to get it written down. Okay, what goes in my little half square right here? 2. 2. Why a positive 2? Opposite of that. Yes. Okay. Now, what am I going to start writing right here? Oh yeah, I got to write these out. 1.
Negative 4.
0. Look, 4, 2. Now negative 4.
Negative 3.
What's the first thing that happens?
Drop down that first
First number comes straight down, okay? And then what happens?
multiply.
Multiply what?
2 times 1.
Okay, 2 times 1 is
Two.
2, so that goes right there. And then add 0 plus 2, 2. And then
Multiply.
2 times 2 is 4.
What's negative 4?
0, okay, multiply.
0.
Zero.
Negative
2 times negative 3.
3. Negative 6.
Uh-huh. Oh, this one doesn't have protector. Awesome.
So, then you go ahead and lose an x.
Yep.
A third.
X to the third.
X to the third plus 2x squared plus
X to the third, 2x squared.
Would you do?
You don't have to write 0x if you don't
just
want to.
do subtract 3?
Yeah, you can just write minus 3 if you want. That's your answer.
Yeah, I can just log it.
I think that's one thing. That's one thing.
Too bad we can't. Too bad we
Just
can't.
start with that to lead coefficient and drop down 1 degree from what. Okay? This one, I'm going to let you try this one on your own.
Are you making these up or not?
No, I have it written down that I want us to do.
Yes, Chesney.
Alright, that one is for you. Up.
Now,
I'm going to put a negative 3 in my little square, half square. 2.
negative 4,
Negative 4, negative 4, negative 3, 6.
3.
You bring the 2 down.
Bring 2 down.
It'd be
Negative 6,
negative
30.
negative 10.
Oh, my bad.
30,
30,
26,
26, negative
70,
78,
so negative 78,
negative
negative
76, or 81, my bad.
positive 49.
No.
239.
239.
Oh, 234, my bad. Oh, 243.
243.
243, and that's 249.
Alright, so I've got
Alright.
2x to the third minus 10x squared.
Plus 26x minus 81 plus 249.
Yes. Right.
I missed accidentally.
What?
I got something wrong with the negative 3, negative 78, and negative
Fix
What
it.
is it?
You did. I got all the signs right now.
So let's look at this problem. Okay.
I don't do
Alright, what do you do?
Can't do it.
about everything but do.
Close. You could do
Rather
that.
than 2x plus
What we're gonna do, that doesn't work every single time though, so let me show you what works every single time. Set your 2x plus 1 or whatever this is equal to 0 and solve for x. 2x equals negative 1. X is the negative 1/2. That is exactly the number that goes into the little square thing. Yes. Negative 1/2. Everything else is the same.
So what is this called?
This is still synthetic division.
No, but what is like?
This is just in case your coefficient is not 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring the 8 down. No. A negative 1/2 times 8. going to be negative 4. Negative 20 plus negative 4. Negative 1/2 times negative 24. 16 plus 12. 8x minus 24 plus 28 over 2x plus 1. No, because think about it like this. See how that's a plus sign? What is it here? You've already switched it. Because really what we're doing, when we started out with x plus 2, we were already switching it. That's what we were doing. Okay? Alright. So, let me ask you this. What if you had 3x plus 5? What if you were dividing by 3x plus 5? What would go in the little box? Negative 5 over 3. Yes. So you subtract your 5. Divide by 3. Whatever it is, you just solve for x, and that's what goes in your little square thing. Okay?